Hello and welcome to Claritysoft. Today I will be showing you how to use access profiles in Claritysoft. This new feature allows the admin to set up access profiles. The idea behind access profiles is to allow the admin to assign visibility to certain users. This allows the admin to control what level of visibility in the records, such as accounts, for each particular user. Profiles are used to determine a user's visibility in the records and availability of specific functions. When a user is assigned a profile, the user can only see the users that are part of the same profile. All other users will not be visible. The admin can determine the names of profiles as well as which accounts and information each profile can view. Only the admin can set up profiles. I will begin by showing you how access profiles works. We will first begin by going to Tools and Customize. So we'll come up here to Tools, go to Customize. Once we're in the Customize window, we're under Users. From here, you can view all the users that are visible to a particular user. As you can see, Helen, who I am logged in as under Helen, has an all profile, as you can see right here. This means that she can see all users and all accounts, regardless of any groups. Helen can see all information. Having a user set to an all access profile is the only time this overrides groups, regardless of what may be checked under the members' groups. So I'll explain what I'm talking about there. So being that she has an access profile set to all, this will override any groups that may be checked over here. Now we're going to explain groups in another video, but they are interrelated. But for now, just remember that when your access profile is set to all, it overrides any groups that you might have set up. So just keep that in mind. Now, if you wanted to change a user's access profile, you would simply need to select a particular user. So we'll just pick Bud. And if we wanted to change his type of profile, all we'd have to do is come down here to Access Profile, click this little arrow, and then select a different profile that you desired for Bud. Now, while we're here, I'll explain what each of these access profiles are and how they exactly work. The first one we'll talk about is an individual profile. An individual profile, the user has visibility into only those records where he or she has ownership, plus the records of those who report to that individual. The next one we will discuss is manager. In this situation, the user has visibility into records where he or she has ownership, plus the records of those who report to the manager. If you have your access profile set up to a team profile, user has visibility into those records where he or she has ownerships, plus the records of those users on the team. The team profile does not apply under the groups model. The admin should set up the groups to accomplish team visibility. All group members will have visibility into the group. If you are set up to sales, this is similar to an individual profile. The user has visibility into only those records where he or she has ownership, plus the records of those who report to that individual. The last would be all, and this would be a user that has visibility into all records. Keep in mind the access profiles you see are the access profiles that we have created and set as defaults in Claritysoft. The admin can feel free to change the names or edit the features for each particular access profile. Now we will talk about how to set up an access profile. Once we have gone to Tools and the Customize, we go to Access Profiles. So we'll come over here, go to Access Profiles. From here we can view all of the current access profiles. We can edit an access profile by clicking a particular access profile. So in this case we'll just select individual. We'll double click it. Now the Edit Access Profile window will appear from here. We can decide areas each profile can see as well as which data they have access to. You can also determine the actions the user can perform. So you can set up as you want. You can set up visibility to each particular application block as you see here, and you can also choose if you want them to be able to create new ones or to edit their own, also to share some of their edits, and as well as you can set up who you want to be able to be involved with this. So if you want your activity manager or your salesperson, you just go about clicking that. Now the actions are right here. You can choose to allow this individual to import data, or any of these following items can be toggled to choose to do. So that's what you can do as far as editing, a particular Access profile. You can also add a new Access profile by clicking Add. So we'll come down here and select Add. And then the Edit Access Profile window will appear. From here we can give our new Access profile a name and also determine the appropriate settings for this particular Access profile that we are trying to create. Once we have determined the appropriate settings, we will select OK, and we will have created a new Access profile. Another thing you can do is you can also make an individual report to a manager by selecting a user and then selecting report to. So I will show you how to do that. So if we wanted to make one of these individuals report to a manager or their manager, all we have to do is come here, let's say Sam, and now we want Sam to report to Bob. Okay, and then we'd select OK. So now, as you can see, Sam reports to Bob. So any information that Sam has, Bob will be able to see and will be visible to Bob. So that's just another thing you can do. So we'll just select OK. And now what I want to do is I'm going to show you a different user, a user that does not have an all access profile, to give you a better feel for what that looks like, and also to give you a better demonstration of the differences between the two types of profiles. So I will do this by coming up here to Database and selecting Open Database, then coming down to the database that we wish to open, selecting OK. And then we're going to open up as a different user. We're going to come in as Bob, type our password. And we'll come up here to Accounts. Now that we are in Accounts, what we want to do is we want to see which Access profile the user Bob currently has. So what we'll do is we'll come to Tools, and we'll come to Customize, and then we'll come over here to Users, and we'll look over here and we'll see that Bob has an Access profile set to Sales. So now we want to see, well, what kind of data can he see since he's in Sales. So come to Access Profiles and select Sales. From here we can see all of the information and data that Bob has access to, being that he's under an Access profile of Sales. Okay, so now we've checked that out. So the last thing you want to do once you have made sure that you have all of your Access profiles set up correctly is you want to go to Options, and you want to make sure that your security mode is set up in Legacy mode, not group-based security. Since you have created Access profiles, we're going to want to stick with Legacy mode. So we'll just press OK, and then we're good. So now I have demonstrated how Access profiles work and how to edit and change those Access profiles. I want to thank you for listening and watching today. Have a great day.